So today we're going to talk about 5 careers in videography, which I personally have done all 5, but found success in certain ones and didn't find success in others, or trying to make a success out of others. So hopefully these 5 can kind of help you grow in different directions in this pursuit that you are trying to pursue, and hopefully I'm your guidance. Well, hello, people. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate the comeback. One big shot at a comeback. It's the comeback. Well, I appreciate you watching this, and I appreciate you hitting the like and subscribe if you haven't done that. And it would be nice to get some comments down below too. So if you have other opinions, if you disagree with me, or if you agree with me, or if you want to have questions, just put down typey, and I will typey back too. Anyways, career number 1. This is the one that I have a lot of success in as a wedding videographer. Now, I want to say for the most part, in all areas that you live in whether it's in this country or in a different country, wedding videography is pretty much here to stay. If people order photos, I want to say about 80% of them will order videos as well. So having to be in the wedding video industry for 17 years now, it's pretty consistent. So I have lots of success in this industry, and I think the main thing for me, if you want to stay relevant and stay consistently getting bookings, 1, your work gotta be good. You have to consistently deliver a good product. And you got to stay with the trends. So there are up and downs in different types of trends, different editing techniques, different types of, whether it's vintage or, hypercolors or cinematic. It changes over time. So you got to make sure you're keeping up with the trend, you're keeping up with the industry standards, and you're keeping up with gear as well. And so there's definitely a lot of investment in terms of time, money, and expertise and techniques that you need to learn and invest in yourself. So for the most part, if you live in a community that is thriving in population, there is definitely a niche for wedding videographers. So if you're living in a place where it has nice sceneries, typically there's a wedding industry. But it really depends on too, because I think some markets have just the weekends, and some markets, like for Hawaii, it's every day, because you have the local community that gets married on the weekend because they work from Monday to Friday for the most part. Not everyone, but and then you have the destination wedding where people come to Hawaii and do their weddings during the holidays, right? So for Hawaii's market, it's pretty common to have weddings on a daily basis. But find out what type of market you're in, and if something you think that could be lucrative for you, then pursue it. But just study the markets, and hopefully you can make a career out of it. Second one, this one I'm still working on, being a YouTube creator. So I started back, I think, when I spun out with my business. So I did it for the purpose of getting more, I would say, just getting my name out there. There's different ways of networking yourself, and I'm a word to mouth. Is that the term? Word to mouth? Mouth to word? Yeah, the word of mouth kind of guy. And that's how I got my career, kind of solid in Hawaii because of that. But I needed to diversify. So that's why I started the whole YouTube element. And I got sidetracked because I got really busy. So for me, in terms of the success of being a YouTube creator, I'm not there yet. Hopefully that's the goal, to get more consistent stream of income through YouTube at some point in time. But I'm looking at this as more of I would say a brand awareness of my personal branding, and hopefully my personal brand can grow into helping my company to, grow even bigger, right? So that's the goal. But I think there is definitely a niche if you want to, grow as a YouTube content creator. But from my experience based so far, is that I think consistency is really the key, and just having, again, going back to that previous video about having creative habits, I think would help. And I'm starting to like reposition or restructure myself to kind of help this side of my YouTube creator, so to say, to kind of grow by restarting or like reshaping my habits to kind of fit this, and hopefully it does. But if that's something that you want to pursue, you're not going to make money right off the bat, that's for sure. So I would suggest, like maybe tapping into the wedding market for a little bit, getting some cash flow over there. And then on the side, you can do the YouTube content creating thing. And then, maybe you might blow up, maybe you might not, but it could be just a brand awareness thing. So if it's the sole purpose of making money, I wouldn't say that's the first thing that you want to do, like just being a YouTube content creator. If it's to pay the bills, I wouldn't suggest to start it off right off the bat. I would say it's something that you can do in tandem with what you want to do, or what you can get some form of cash flow. So hot tip from person that is still working on this. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, YouTube content creator is the second one. And yeah, start it. Just start it. See what happens. Trial and error.
If tomorrow my company goes under, I will just start another paper company, and then another and another and another.
Potentially Coffee Cam. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how Coffee Cam works. Coffee Cam. Coffee break. Coffee Cam. Let's go. Third career, the commercial and brand videographer. Now, during my time at a company called Propeller USA, I had a very, very fulfilling networking experience with different brands, different companies, and it allowed me to kind of expand not just in the wedding niche, but also into the commercial brand niche as well. So, having to work with, companies like Highway Inn, Earth Breeze, the Four Seasons, NEC, different nonprofits that I've worked with. So that career, I think you want to have more of an established, you want to have more experience to kind of do those types of work. Now, what do I mean by that is that people are not just going to hire you just because you are a videographer. I think you need more finesse in terms of the work that you produce. So whether it's filming, whether it's editing, and basically, when they watch your work, they'll be like, oh yeah, I want this person to tell the story of this product, to tell the story of this company, to tell the story of what my brand is about. So, and there's also an element of customer service here. And, shooting a wedding is like you get booked, you talk to the couple, you coordinate with your team, and then you go out there and you shoot, you're done, you come back, edit, deliver, done, right? But in this sense, the commercial and brand aspect of it, you're gonna be, gonna do the pre-production, you're gonna be talking to the customer, you're gonna give them concepts. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth between the pre-production process, the production process, and even the editing process or the post-production process. So if you're not the type of person that can just consistently communicate or effectively communicate on a consistent level, then this career is not for you. But if you can, do that on a consistent basis, and you're okay being the front person or the face of talking to the client, accommodating your client's needs, and developing that business relationship with them, then this is actually very lucrative and also a good, I would say, career to pursue if you want to do bigger projects. So over the course of time, I started with different smaller companies, and then over time, I, again, through the word of mouth process, I have been able to do bigger projects and travel, for that matter, to different places to do bigger projects. So this one is a little bit more of, you got to have more experience under your belt, more so people can trust you with your work, with who you are as a person as well. So yeah, if you do want to pursue this one, just remember it takes time. It takes time to develop that trust. Your work has to be consistently good, and you're able to communicate your creative process and translate that to the person that you are creating it for. So yeah, good luck on that one. Coffee break again. A lot of talking. Maybe I might need water next time. It'll be the water cam instead of the coffee cam. Nespresso. So good. Okay, tip number 4. Not tip. Career number 4 is being a documentary videographer or a documentary filmmaker. Pretty much the same thing. You know, potato, potato. But yeah, that's another option. For me personally, I have, I would say, a medium success in this, just because this niche or this career is intertwined with my commercial and brand process. A lot of the companies that I work with, they want to have this documentary-ish type of feel to most of their videos, and it kind of blends in with, you know, being in that commercial brand space. But you can take that and make your own documentaries and use that in different, you know, whether it's creating a documentary to be in a film festival, whether it's making a documentary for a corporate video, right? It intertwines with both. So I would say, if you're just gonna be a documentary filmmaker, in terms of whether it's lucrative, I'm not too sure. But if you're kind of tying it with the whole brand, you know, commercial brand, corporate side of it, then yeah, there's definitely a market for that. That one is like it's like a floating career.
Can use this flotation device. What they say, they floating. They gonna be hating.
I wouldn't say floating career, but yeah, it's in that realm of like, it can go in between the whole commercial brand side, or it could be, you know, you making an independent documentary and submitting it to like different film festivals, right? I'm actually working on one right now, and I can't say what it is yet, but I'm working on a documentary that I'm producing right now, and you know, hopefully at some point in time when I'm done, it can be released to different film festivals, and hopefully it'll get picked up and get more exposure, right? Kind of like the whole YouTube thing, right? You kind of, if you want to just start out with it, you're not going to actually like make X amount of money to kind of keep your, you know, day-to-day, everyday life kind of a thing. But if it's something that you want to pursue in tandem with something else, then yeah, definitely go for it. Number 5, music videos. Now, this really depends on your, I guess, where you live. If you live in New York, I'm assuming it's very different living in LA in terms of this industry per se, as compared to Hawaii. I've shot a couple of music videos in my years, but I've never really got it on a consistent basis personally. And there are amazing music video, you know, directors, videographers here on the island. But for me personally, it's not my niche, but I have done a couple. Personally, it's not really my cup of tea, just because I like doing the whole storytelling documentary kind of a thing, you know, with brands and different companies. But that's another route that you can take to kind of pursue your career in, you know, videography. So if that's something that you want to pursue, from my understanding is, you know, basically you need to know the right people, you need to network with the right people. Going back to the first video of 2025, you know, making sure you have your basics down, your work is good, you're part of a community, and then from there you can network and, you know, show your work and say, hey, you know, like, and then somebody, you know, by doing that, then you can kind of get a break into that particular industry. So I would say, for me personally, those are not my cup of tea per se, just because that's not my strongest strength, and nor that I want to kind of pursue that side of it. It could change, I don't know, maybe over time I might want to do another music video. It's just that I rather do the more storytelling aspect. Maybe it could be a storytelling music video, maybe then I might do it. But that's, I guess, my opinion in terms of like the whole music video side. But that is definitely a niche. There are many artists that are coming up right now, especially the ones where are independently released, is my understanding. So there's definitely a niche, depending on the market that you're in, where you live. If you live in a place where there is a big music scene, then yeah, go for it. I think there's definitely a market to be pursued depending on the area that you live in. So knowing your market, being passionate about which industry you want to get into, those are basically the two things that will not hold you back if you want to pursue a career in, whether it's in these 5 niches. So, or do all 5, right? If you can have the balance of doing all 5, great. And the video stopped recording. Why? Because the battery died. So cut. Yeah, and then from there, see which one you want to pursue more. Like me, it was, brands and commercials and documentaries and weddings. It all kind of ties in together for me because there's a storytelling aspect in weddings, there's a storytelling aspect in brand, there's a storytelling aspect in commercial and documentary. So that, for me, that ties in perfectly. So that was my niche and how I got success out of it. And yeah. So hopefully you find something in this video that will help you go, I think I want to pursue this side of the videography industry or this side in the videography industry. So, kudos to you for watching this, and hopefully it can help you push you in the right direction. And I'm hoping that this video will, help you decide or help you pursue in your future endeavors, in your future creative careers. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing if you haven't. And I will see you in the next video. But before that, Coffee Cam. I think Coffee Cam's working. We'll see. Anyways, peace. I knocked the camera down.